Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. I am Muhammad Yasin. This is virtual class of Pakistan International School Taif. This class is for the students of grade 5. We are going to do chapter 13 today, and this is our 25th video in this class. After today's lesson, we shall be able to understand the passage given in chapter 13. We shall be able to understand the meaning and correct pronunciation of new words. We shall learn to do exercises of this chapter and workbook of this chapter. There are some new words in this lesson. We shall learn to pronounce them correctly and we shall learn their meaning also. Monsoon. Monsoon means the season when there is a lot of rain in South Asia. Summer is the warmest weather, warmest season of the year between spring and autumn. Weather is the temperature or conditions outside. Opposite means in opposition, facing someone or something, but on the other side. Moisture is very small drops of water in the air. Western Ghats is a mountain range. Central means in or near the center. Judge is someone who controls a court and decides how criminals should be punished. Niece, dear students, this is niece, N-I-E-C-E, niece. Niece means the daughter of your brother or sister. Niece. There is nephew also. Nephew is the daughter or son of your brother or sister. Nephew is the son of your brother or sister. Niece is the daughter of your brother or sister. Shovel is a tool you can see here in the picture. It is used to dig. Dear students, in our today's lesson, we shall focus language structure either or. Either or. We shall focus this structure in our today's lesson. There will be some other structures also, but main focus of this lesson is the structure either or. Either or. We shall try to understand the difference between these two pronunciations also. What is correct? Either, either. I have written here a sentence to understand the meaning. I would like to eat either an apple or an orange. Yes, students, let us try to understand what is its correct pronunciation. Either, either. Here you can see it is to note that either. Here you can see it is written either. R is missing. In fact, R is silent. We shall not produce R. Is the more usual pronunciation, but sometimes the American pronunciation either, this is written either, is heard. Dear students, either is British pronunciation, either is American pronunciation. Both are correct. But mostly British says either, Americans say either. We follow British. Mostly we follow British pronunciation. Therefore, we shall pronounce it either. Either. Let us proceed. This is the beginning of our lesson. From the top, exactly it looks like this. The name of the lesson is Summer Monsoon. Summer monsoon. Winds bring weather. Monsoon winds are winds which blow one way at one time of the year and opposite way at another time in the year. In the Indo-Pakistan region, the monsoon wind mostly blows either from the northeast in the winter or from the southwest in the summer. Look at the summer map. Summer map. Where is summer map? This is summer map. Look at the summer map. The land is hot and the air above it is hot too. Hot air rises, then the cooler air over the sea moves in. There is moisture from the sea in this air. When it reaches mountains like the Western Ghats and the hills of Assam, it rises over them. There it meets cold air and the moisture becomes rain. The rain falls over most of the Indo-Pakistan region, but most rain falls near the hills, north of the river Ganges. Dear students, pronunciation of this word is Ganges, and this is very famous river in India. We hear it pronounced as Ganga, Jamna. Indians call it Ganga. This is that river. North of the river Ganges, the wind is unable to rise over the high Himalayas and it turns towards the northwest. The southwest monsoon blows for about 3 months during the second half of the hot season. This is the time when the crops grow well because there is plenty of rain. Then the weather becomes colder, land cools more quickly than water, and soon it is cooler than the sea. The warm air over the sea rises and the cool air from the land moves out to take its place. More air moves in from the northeast, from the cool lands of Central Asia. This air is dry because it is moving over land. This is the northeast monsoon which brings cool, dry weather. This continues for about 6 months. Southeast India and Sri Lanka, however, receive rain at this time. Dear students, this is the picture given in our book to present summer monsoon. You can see clouds, it is raining. This is our first exercise. Let us read the instructions. What are we said to do? We are said to put a tick by the true and cross by the untrue sentences. Sentence A is monsoon winds blow in different directions at different times of the year. Yes, this statement is true. In the Indo-Pakistan region, the northeast monsoon brings hot, wet weather. That is not true. In the Indo-Pakistan region, most rain falls in the winter. You know very well, most rain falls in summer when it is called monsoon. Cold air always rises. Does cold air rise? No, hot air rise. Next part is winds that blow over the sea bring rain. That is true. When most air rises, rain falls. Yes, it is true. Rainfall is usually highest near hills and mountains. That is correct. North of the Ganges, the wind blows from the northwest in the summer. That is not correct. Crops grow best when the weather is dry. No, when the weather is dry, how crops can grow when there is no water? Crops need water to grow well. Dear students, this is our exercise 2 in our book. We are said to choose the best answer. In A part, the summer monsoon blows for about 3 months. The cool dry weather lasts for about 6 months. Air over the sea is usually moist. Southeast Asia and Sri Lanka have rain in summer only. Dear students, this is exercise 3, and in this exercise we are said to change the sentences using either or. Either or. Example is given. You can have an apple or an orange, but you can't have both. You can have either an apple or an orange. This first part of exercise 3 is you can have a pen or a pencil, but you can't have both. You can have either a pen or a pencil. He can have a cup or a glass, but he can't have both. He can have either a cup or a glass. Part number 3 is they can have some nuts or an orange, but they can't have both. They can have either some nuts or an orange. Answer 4 will be you can have either a chair or a stool. Part number 5 is you can have a book or a piece of paper, but she can't have both. She can have either a book or a piece of paper. You can have coffee or tea, but you can't have both. You can have either coffee or tea. Part number 7 is he can have a kite or an aeroplane, but he can't have both. He can have either a kite or an aeroplane. Part number 8 will be done in the same way. Dear students, this is second part of exercise 3, that is B part. I may write a letter. I may send a postcard. Its answer will be I shall either write a letter or send a postcard. We may go to Clifton. We may stay at home. We shall either go to Clifton or stay at home. These are the 2 examples given to do B part of exercise 3. Let us do the exercise. We may play football. We may play basketball. We shall either play football or basketball. We may listen to the radio. I may listen to the radio. I may watch television. I shall either listen to the radio or watch television. Part number 3 is, they may go on a picnic. They may stay at home. They will either go on a picnic or stay at home. Part number 4 will be done in the same way. I may go by tram. I may take a bus. I shall either go by tram or take a bus. I may see a doctor. I may go to the hospital. I shall either see a doctor or go to the hospital. Part number 7 is, we may have a lesson. We may watch television. We shall either have a lesson or watch television. Part number 8 will be done in the same way. This is third part of exercise 3. This is C part. Sometimes the weather is hot and wet. Sometimes it is cold and dry. The weather is either hot and wet or cold and dry. Sometimes the wind blows from the north. Sometimes it blows from the south. The wind blows either from the north or from the south. Let us do this exercise. 2 examples are given. I have put them at the top to see at any time when you want. Part number 1 is, sometimes he wears an orange shirt. Sometimes he wears a purple one. He wears either an orange shirt or a purple one. Part number 2 will be done in the same way. Part number 3 is, sometimes cyclones travel north. Sometimes they travel northwest. Cyclones travel either north or northwest. Part number 4 will be done in the same way. Part number 5 is, sometimes he goes to school by bus. Sometimes he goes by car. He goes to school either by bus or by car. Part number 6 is done in the same way. This is exercise 4. We are set to change the given sentences using neither nor. Neither nor. Uzma is not tall. Zeb is not tall. Neither Uzma nor Zeb is tall. We shall use neither in the beginning of each answer. Uzma is not tall. Zeb is not tall. Neither Uzma nor Zeb is tall. The boys did not go home. The girls did not go home. Neither the boys nor the girls go home. C part is, Zohra's dress is not purple. Helen's dress is not purple. Neither Zohra's dress nor Helen's dress is purple. D part is, Umar's shirt is not orange. David's shirt is not orange. Neither Umar's shirt nor David's shirt is orange. E part will be done in the same way. This is F part. Umar's composition was not satisfactory. Maruf's composition was not satisfactory. Neither Umar's composition nor Maruf's composition was satisfactory. The tomatoes were not ripe. The apples were not ripe. Neither tomatoes nor apples were ripe. H part will be done in the same way. Dear students, we have come to the workbook. We have completed all exercises given in our book in chapter 13. In the workbook, we are said, answer the questions using either or. Either or. You might have noticed we are focusing sentence structure either or, neither nor in this lesson. Let us read part number 1. It is done here. Which does he want? An apple, an orange, or a banana? He wants either an apple or an orange. He does not want a banana. Which does she want? To be a nurse, a typist, or a teacher? She wants to be either a nurse or, what will be here? A typist. She does not want to be a teacher. Dear students, it is worth noting that in our first example, in part number 1, the first two nouns are used in first answer and the third noun is used in the second answer, second part of the answer. We shall try to follow the example as we have done here in number 2. I have put number 1 here at the top to see when we need it. Part number 3 is, which does he want to do? Read a book, listen to the radio, or do his homework? He either wants to read a book or listen to the radio. He does not want to do his homework. This will be the answer of part number 3. You can see while following the example, we have used first two phrases, read a book, listen to the radio, in our first part of the answer. And the third phrase, do his homework, is used in the second part of the answer. Let us read part number 4. Where do they want to go? Malir, Clifton, or Hill Park? They either want to go to Malir or Clifton. They do not want to go to Hill Park. Part number 5 is, where do you want to sit? At the back, in the middle, or at the front? I either want to sit at the back or in the middle. I do not want to sit at the front. Part number 6 is, which do you want to do? Play, work, or go to sleep? I either want to play or work. I do not want to go to sleep. Part number 7 is, what does he want to be? A soldier, a policeman, or a sailor? He either wants to be a soldier or a policeman. He does not want to be a sailor. Part number 8 is, where do they want to go? England, America, or Japan? They either want to go to England or America. They do not want to go Japan. Yes, students, this is the next page of our workbook. Second page of chapter 13. In this chapter on this page, we are set to choose the best answer. Let us start. To speak very loudly is to, dear students, the method to do such type of question is, first of all, you read all the given options and try to find out the correct option. To speak very loudly is to shout. What does it called? What do we call it when we speak very loudly? Do we call it shout? Do we call it whisper? Do we call it talk? Cry? After reading all the options, we shall try to find out the correct option. To speak very loudly is to, what will be the correct option? Shout. Let us move to part number 2 and try to do this part in the same way. When a kettle is boiling, it gives off. What does it give off? Does it give off steam, smoke, water, tea, gas? What will be the correct option? Steam. When a kettle is boiling, it gives off steam. Let us move to the next part. He was 5 feet 4 inches in tallness, length, width, breadth, height. Yes, what do we call when we talk about someone? He was 5 feet 4 inches in height will be the correct answer. If you want to know the date, you should look at what? Where would you look at if you want to know the date? Would you look at a timetable, a calendar, a dictionary, a clock, the sun? Where would you look at? A calendar. You would look at the calendar to find out the date. This is part number 6. After walking for 10 minutes, he found that he was going in the wrong way, road, distance, movement, direction. What will be the correct option? Direction. Part number 7. When we have written a letter, we put it inside. Inside what? A piece of cardboard, an envelope, a paper bag, a covering, a packet. What do we put it inside? We put it inside an envelope. Yes, students. This was the second page of workbook. We have done it. Your homework will be, first of all, you will read the passage, the whole passage given in this chapter. If you have time, read it 2 times, 3 times. Try to note main points given in the lesson. That will help you to understand it well and to do the given exercises. After reading the passage given in this chapter very carefully 2-3 times, you will start doing the exercises given in this chapter. You will do all the exercises in your notebook. After doing all exercises in your notebook, you will complete the workbook. There are 2 pages in chapter 13 of the workbook. This will be your homework. Dear students, that is all from our today's lesson. See you later. Goodbye.